Hello and welcome to another episode of The Successful Non-Technical Founder. My name is Ben, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about a nightmare that I found myself in early on in my career, and actually something that led me to become a technical person. Whereas at the time I was probably a lot like you, a non-technical founder, and got myself into a situation. So hopefully we can help you avoid that situation. But anyways, I was a young professional working a 9 to 5 job in corporate America, but I had a big dream to get out of corporate America and start my own company. I had had a few minor losses up to that point, and I was glutton for punishment. I didn't, I knew, I thought I needed, well, let me say this. I needed a web application, but at the time I didn't know the difference between a web application and a website. Maybe you can relate to that a little bit. There were a lot of things I didn't understand about tech projects as a non-technical founder, but I knew that the idea was good. It was kind of a similar idea to Groupon, but it was targeted at products for parents. And it was before Groupon really kind of blew up. So the timing really wasn't that bad. And I had a 2-year-old at home and another one on the way. And I was just trying to figure out, okay, what are the good products for parents? What are not good? And I figured I could leverage reviews and giveaways to help other parents find great products. So I reached out to a couple local web developers and got my first sense of the feeling of sticker shock. If you've never felt it, it's a little bit like sadness that your dream may not be possible, and a little bit of uncomfortable feeling that you may be getting ripped off. So that was definitely my feeling when the local developers came back with a price tag of about 25K. That was way more than I had to my name. And so I had to find other options. I kept looking around and I stumbled upon this company that was an onshore company, but they used offshore resources. They came back with a price tag of about 5K. I signed on the dotted line and I was excited to get my first golden shovel. Well, I sent them the requirements and quickly realized how literal they take everything. Everything you write is literally interpreted. There's not a whole lot of communication back and forth. And even when there is, there's like a communication barrier often. The time zone was an issue. I would send changes and they would take days to get them resolved. So despite all of those problems that can happen when working with overseas resources, and after months of work, I finally got a working application back. And sure, it cost me about double what I had expected. It came in at a cool 10K, my entire savings, mind you. But it worked, or at least it seemed to work. I guess they wouldn't really let me see the code until they delivered it. I guess they thought I would cut and run with it. I'm not really sure, but what I learned from this experience, I will never forget. I couldn't believe it. I thought I was out of business even before I'd started. I'd spent all my savings, and as I dug into the code, it was bad. It was really bad. Like the best metaphor I can come up with is like spaghetti with a bunch of like logic noodle knots. It was just it was hard to read. They had hacked the WordPress core, so I couldn't update the site. I couldn't stay updated with the internet. But the worst thing was there was a bunch of security loopholes that I could even see with my non-technical eye, where someone could hack into the database. I'm not going to say that they did that on purpose, although it was so glaringly bad that part of me wonders if they did that just so they could come back later and like harvest the emails and sell them off or something. Anyways, I spent the next year plugging the holes of that code base and learning how to build code bases like that um, until I was able to actually launch my business. And then I've spent the next 11 years learning how to complete technical projects successfully, on time, under budget, and projects that meet the business goals. So if you can relate to this, or if you would like to avoid situations like this as a non-technical founder, I have a solution for you. I wrote a free guide. I have a free gift. You can check the link in the description below. It's called the Guide to Tech Projects for Non-Technical Founders. I've basically listed out all the tips that I've learned over the years. There's tips on hiring, there's tips on team setup, there's tips on what to look for in a project, there's tips on like developer biases. It's a great guide. Check it out. It's totally free. You can find it on our website or click on the link below. And um, hopefully you can avoid this nightmare. So we're going to be coming out with new episodes in this series, The Successful Non-Technical Founder, over the next months and weeks and months. So definitely hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit all the buttons on the page except the down button. Don't hit that one. Comment below. Let me know if this was helpful. Comment below if you get the guide and you liked it. Please let us know. And with that, this has been signing out.